Good morning, Templeway. Good to see you again. Yesterday, I didn't even introduce myself. What a fluster. My name is Wanitta, and it's nice to be with you. It's nice to join you on this pilgrimage journey. When I think about pilgrimages, I always think about packing your bags and going really far. But this is so different. This is new, and I love this. So thank you for joining me so early in the morning. You know we will get interrupted because I have to kiss one of my children goodbye. Not that I don't kiss the rest goodbye. The rest are gone already. But the little one has to get a kiss, so we're going to get interrupted just for a second though, but it's all for a good cause. Just wanted to say again good morning to everyone who's joined us already. This morning is still about journeys. It's fitting because we are on a pilgrimage, not only for this holy season, but also for life. If you've decided to take up a faith, the faith what I'm talking about is a Christian faith. It is a pilgrimage. It's a lifelong journey. So I love stories of the journeys that I take and why I take them. And I want to share one of those with you today. But I'm specifically looking at rest because journeys are tiring. So let me start with the scripture. It is a classic one. You hear it everywhere. Unfortunately, you hear it all the time at funerals, but it is a scripture what belongs throughout life, and it's Psalms 23. And because you know it by heart, I'm going to give you a totally different version, a version that sits so well with me. And if I'm not looking at you, excuse me, I don't know it by heart. I know the old school one by heart, but here is the new one. God is my shepherd. I don't need a thing. You have bedded me down in lush meadows, and you find me quiet pools to drink from. True to your word, you let me catch my breath and send me in the right direction. Even when the way goes through dark Death Valley, it seems I added that bit. I meant to say through Death Valley. I am not afraid when you walk at my side. Your trusty shepherd's crook makes me feel secure. You serve me a 6-course dinner right in front of my enemies. You revive my drooping head. My cup brims with blessings. And your beauty and your love chase after me every day of my life. And I am back home in the house of God for the rest of my life. So I know as I was reading this, you was reading and reciting the old school version in your head, but it's essentially saying exactly the same thing. But you know journeys can be long and tiring. Remember waking up early like 3 a.m. to get ready for the airport run, to get out of the house by 4:30. And you know you said 3 a.m. because you know somebody was going to leave something or something was going to happen. So you were like, let's give ourselves an hour and a half. Sometimes you even gave yourself 2 hours before you left the house for the airport run. You don't do that for the school run, but you do it for the airport run because there's something significant about getting to the airport and not missing that plane because you know he ain't waiting. Or she could be flying you and she ain't waiting either. So journeys are tiring. You got to shop for the trip. You got to pack bags. As I said, you got to wake up really early. Your belly's griping, but it's not quite time for breakfast. You got to get to the airport, you check in and you're boarding, and there are so many processes to the components to traveling. Because of the situation we're in now, and that's everybody, we haven't taken a flight for the last 2 years. And so what we wanted to do last year was the Great British Holiday. And I was like, you can't holiday here. But we tried it. And so the last trip we took was to the southwest coast. It was our Great British Holiday and our first one as a family. We decided to go camping with 2 other families. Not only did we decide to bring our own kids, but we also took my husband's 2 younger brothers who are teenagers and one of our nieces. We couldn't bring everybody, but that was 6 kids in tow in an 8-seater van, which was ramp. So we were preparing to buy appropriate stuff. Fleeces, didn't use fleeces before, do you know what I mean? Had to get fleeces, had to get to the old Sports Direct and get some wellies, tracksuits, waterproof, sleeping bags, camp cooker, tent. It was a 12-man tent. I was a bit nervous of the 12-man tent because I thought 12 people in there through the night and then in the morning releasing their gases, it was going to be a little bit tricky. But anyhow, we had a 12-man tent. And I suppose with them releasing their gases, it would stay within their own confines of the sleeping bag. So I thought it was a pretty safe option. Anyhow, we had to get cutleries, pots, pans. We had to get, bowls. We had to get jugs, everything like that. Even a washing up bowl and cloths and everything to go camping. As I said, we hired an 8-seater van for 8 humans, and there were 8 of us, exactly 8 of us, for this 5-day trip to the southwest coast of England. I can't pack light, so everybody was standing on stuff. Things was put under their armpit, behind their neck. The van was ram. Even when I'm going out, like for the day, I could be going to my sister's. There's a spare clothes for everybody. There's a spare brief. There's a spare underwear. There's wipes. I can't even pack nappies anymore because no one's in nappies. But if I could pack nappies, there would be nappies in there. There's a potty. There's a travel potty. There's water. There's food. There's blankets. There's a coat, even in 30+ degrees, just in case the British weather decides to change. So I'm someone who doesn't pack light. I even put garlic ringworm cream in there. I wasn't joking. Do you know what I mean? Just in case someone decides to get a ringworm on the journey, let us put some garlic ringworm, why do I get these words? Garlic ringworm cream in the bag. So it was good weather last August, as you know. One of the best British summers in a long time, and I think God blessed us with that, especially through the lockdown. He knew what we needed. And so the sun was beaming and we was ready to go. What a week to choose to go camping. It was the best week ever. I mean, I came back tanned like I came back from North Africa. It was amazing. And so after the tension in the city of COVID-19 and everybody crossing the road when they were seeing each other and people just hiding their faces and with masks, it was a welcome break. And people dealt with COVID differently out there. There was space, there was conversation, there was less fear, and it's what we needed. Let me go back to the van though. Scarce leg room. It was tight in there. As I said to you, I then thought, there's other stuff I've got to put in there. I feel so successful that everything's in the van, but there's something missing. And what it was some big old blankets. You know, them heavy duty ones, when they're on you, they feel like the weighted lead blankets, like it can send you to sleep. I call it the bear. And it's not the old school ones. You know them old school ones that have the tiger on it and the horrible patterns? It's like a new version. It's just plain and brown. And so one of them I had a couple of grey ones. It was for the kids. And I thought, we can't be out there, Great British summer, in the night freezing. So I bought these 3 massive black bags. Curtis, my brother-in-law, Dean, said, where are you going with that? That can't fit in there. And I said, look, the kids can sleep on it on the journey. He's like, there's no room. And I was so vexed. I was like, let them just use it as pillows. We're going to be cold in the night. I knew the sleeping bags were sufficient. But I was like, nah. I always have to have a just in case extra stuff. And Kurt said, no. What we'll do is, we will sleep in our coats if necessary. Sleeping in the coats ain't the one. You get me? I'm having to roll in that in the day. I don't want to sleep in it in the night. But he said we had to leave the blankets, and I had to settle with that. It was tough because on the journey it was torturing me. Like, you forgot your blanket. You forgot your blankets. The kids are going to freeze. In the famous Psalms 23, as I read earlier when we started, the writer reminds us that God is his shepherd and that he has everything that he needs. And then centuries after, someone decides to call me. Centuries after, that same shepherd says, are you tired? Are you tired? Are you worn out? Are you burnt out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. And you must be wondering, wasn't she tired? I'm always tired. I was tired. I'm working on that. The whole of Psalms 23 It's a journey from work to rest. When Jesus is talking about us coming onto him if we are tired and worn out, he's basically saying, you know what? I got a new way of living. I got a new way that's not going to make you so tired. It's not going to make you worry about what you're going to wear because I clothe the lilies of the field. It's not going to make you worry about how you're going to eat because I source your food for you. He has got a new way. You're not going to worry about how I'm going to get my enemies back because you're going to bless them instead. So he's showing us a new way which doesn't make us so tired. And so Psalms 23 also is an extension or a prelude to that, saying it's a journey from work to rest, Psalms 23 is. It's a journey being led to peaceful places. Now, I just remember the views when we went camping. It was so peaceful. All the cares and the issues that were going on in London of COVID were just gone for a minute. It's a journey being led, as I said, to peaceful places. It's a journey of restoration. It's a journey into right living for his glory. It's a journey through difficult periods with the reassurance that he is with us even in the worst of times. It's a journey to express closeness and comfort from his guidance and his tenderness. That's the rod and the staff. It's a journey to rest even in the face of adversity and to have a meal at the expense of those who are oppressing you. It's a journey to being established. It's a journey with the reassurance of his goodness and his mercy and his loving kindness and all the nice things that he has for you for all your days. It's a journey which is promised that you will live with him forever. The writer knows, and so does God know. And he tells us he wants us to lighten our load on this journey. He wants us to pack less. He wants us to take less. He wants us to care less. He wants us to do less. He wants us to say less. He wants us to worry less. Leave the bags of fear. Leave the blankets of insecurity. Leave the boot filled with worry at home. Well, not at home. Take it out of your yard. Put it on the pavement. Not for someone else to pick up there. Wait for the refuge collector to come and get it. And enjoy the journey, which is a large part of the holiday. So I want to thank you for joining me today. You weren't privy to see me give my daughter a kiss goodbye because I finished earlier today. And I was able to wave at you on the screen. Before I was like, what the heck? I can't take my hand off and put on there because something's going to happen. But I am privileged to speak to you about journeys and to speak to you during your pilgrimage. I want to encourage you to continue. It seems like I've started mine now, but that's okay. But I want you to continue your pilgrimage and continue your life pilgrimage, packing less and taking a rest and worrying less because he's got it. He's driving the van. He's supplied the van and all the stuff in it, and you've got enough. So thank you for your love and thank you for starting my day right. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you. Much love, and I know what to do today. I know to press the X, and that gets me out of the life. So much love and enjoy your day.